going on, everybody, and welcome to D's Rides. Today, everybody, I have a bit of supercar magic for you, put on to you by none other than Maserati. I introduce to you the Maserati's new supercar, the MC20. The MC stands for Maserati Corsa, and the 20 stands for the year it was unveiled, of course, 2020. So this Nettuno engine, it marks a return of Maserati into producing their own power plants, which they haven't done in over 20 years. And so this Nettuno engine, this 3-liter dual overhead cam twin turbo V6 engine is able to pump out 621 horsepower at 7,500 RPM, 538 pound-feet of torque between 3,000 and 5,500 RPMs. It's direct and port injected, able to do 0 to 60 in under 2.9 seconds, and has a top speed of over 202 miles per hour. This car is equipped with an 8-speed dual clutch transmission. It also has a rear limited slip and self-locking differential. And this car weighs just a smidge over 3,300 pounds at 3,306 pounds, which allows it to have a best-in-class power-to-weight ratio of 5.3 pounds per horsepower. At each corner, you have double wishbone suspension up front. You have 6-piston Brembo brakes in the rear, 4 pistons. You have these massive carbon ceramic rotors that is able to stop this car in 108 feet. The wheels are wrapped in Bridgestone Potenzas, 245s up front, 305s in the back, and these tires were made exclusively for this car. Now this car comes in 6 different colors, and you'll have to excuse my Italian, but this car comes in 6 different colors, and this one is the Bianco Addolce. You also have the Giallo Genio. You have the Rosso Vincente. You have the Blue Infinito. You have the Nero Enigma and the Grigio Mistero. Each one of these colors were conceived, designed, and developed exclusively for this car. And if you ask me, this car epitomizes Italian excellence. Now, Maserati sculpted this car in a very simplistic and classic way. If you look at these air extractor vents, this is used to create front-end downforce to keep this car stable when it reaches its top speed of over 200 miles per hour. A lot of people would confuse these with actual heat extractors, but if you keep in mind that this car is a mid-engine car, you know that there is no need for heat extractors when there's no engine in the front. So the underbody aerodynamics coupled with the very efficient rear diffuser enables this car to make it not necessary for it to have a rear wing. However, come late April 2021, there will be an optional carbon fiber spoiler available for this car.
I want you guys to focus on the rear deck lid, because we also have another camera that's up top. This being a driver-oriented vehicle, we want to make sure that there's the utmost clarity for the driver when they're operating the motor vehicle. So that camera that you have in the rear deck lid is actually a direct feed into the digital rear view camera inside the cockpit of the car. Again, to ensure that you can see your surroundings. This is a driver vehicle.
Now also, if you take a look, this is a first for Maserati having butterfly doors, and this is very functional, as well as allowing the passenger and driver to be able to ingress and egress very, very efficiently. And one thing that I do really love about this car is the forged carbon fiber that is sprinkled throughout this car. You have forged carbon fiber here in the door sill, and if you lift up the rear trunk, you also have forged carbon fiber there as well. So another thing you can see right here, you see the MC20 logo, but you also see these 3 lines right here. That is paying homage to the ports that are normally here in the fender. You will see that a few times in this. You'll see this, like I said, here, and you will also see it on the back here where it extracts the heat. As you can see, the Maserati Trident, the vents are shaped like the Maserati Trident, which is nuts. And so this right here is made of polycarbonate glass. It is very resilient, very rigid. So if you take a look at these wheels, something that I was just told not too long ago by one of the brand reps, not only is this called the birdcage wheel, however, if you take a look, it is actually a trident as well. So that's something that I did not see and that I did not notice. And so you're hearing it the first time here at D's Rides, everybody. That beautiful forged carbon fiber. And then of course you have your front. It's very shallow, as you can see. It's very shallow. So you're not gonna be able, you might be able to put a briefcase or something in there. Take a look at this beautiful monocoque cockpit, especially with the MC20 logo there on the door sill. Take a look as well at this etching, this laser etching that you have with an underlay of blue. So this blue right here is called blue cello. And so this is extremely a nice touch, and it also has the blue stitching that you can see. The MC20 comes with an optional front lift system that with just the press of a button lifts the front axle by 2 inches. The system works up to speeds of 25 miles per hour. If faster than that, it automatically returns to its normal ride height. Now the cabin. Every component has a purpose and everything is driver oriented. There are very few sharp edges, minimal distractions, and there are 2 10-inch screens, one for the cockpit and the other for the Maserati multimedia system. The driver mode selector has 5 different modes: GT, which is the default setting, Wet, Sport, Corsa, and the 5th, the Escape Off, which deactivates the control functions. On the steering wheel, you have the ignition button on the left and the launch control on the right, which can only be used in the Corsa mode. So everybody, I want to thank you for coming to the channel, and I want to thank Maserati for allowing me to come and check out this beautiful, beautiful vehicle. So although I may not be able to afford this, it is nice to be able to come and check this out. And it's looking like this car is going to be coming in right around $210,000 or so, give or take a little bit. And be on the lookout for this car to potentially be out around this time next year, actually seeing it on the road. So yeah, as always, everybody, if you like the video, please go ahead and hit that like button. If you like the channel, make sure you go ahead and smash that subscribe button. And as always, everybody, remember, everyone deployed, and I'm out.